What's up everybody? I'm going to do a quick tutorial on 5 machines. This is my day off. This is my little artwork station. It's messy, so don't be sending me comments saying, oh, you're supposed to be wearing gloves. This is not how you set up for a tattoo. This is just my art station. Nowhere near where I tattoo. So I'm going to do a quick review, like I said, on 5 machines because I've seen some of the other reviews and I disagree with them completely. First off, we're going to do the Stigma thorn, which now they have a new version, which this is the Stigma thorn 2.0. I sent this in to get a 4.0 cam because it came with a 3.0. I bought it off somebody on Facebook trading or one of the tattoo sites they have. This is the FK Iron Univolt. Now, the difference in these two machines is this one, of course, is a lot shorter, has a fixed stroke, and you can see the difference there if you kind of compare them. Now, I put a picture of the grips I use. They're foam grips. One's by Easy, the other one, I don't know, there's like a 24 pack of them. There's like 3 big rolls. I cut them where the lines are, use 2 of them, put a gap in my tape around them. That's a game changer. It makes the machine feel like a totally different machine. And now I've heard people talk about how they didn't like this machine because the vibration. It's not that. Every single machine that you buy has a different motor. So if you've been used to running a motor between 8 and 10 volts, and this has a 6-watt motor, and you're trying to run it at 8 and 10 volts, it's gonna feel like it's vibrating. It's gonna feel like it's gonna blow up. So always read your manual. So people say that, and to me it's like, man, you don't know what you're talking about, because this runs perfect. This thing is nice. This company's been around for a while. Like I said, I had that cam change. Now keep this in mind, when you're dealing with these expensive machines and you get them serviced, you're going to pay more than Dragon Hawk, Ambition, some of the other ones went if you get a machine service. All of them I've used their customer service. Just be persistent, polite, and try to have patience, because it gets you a lot. I've got discounts, free stuff from talking to the person. I've went off on the person I was talking to and got a delay on stuff. So it's smarter to be courteous to them, even if you don't like the answer that you're getting. But this machine, when it came back from Greece, I think I paid for the tariff and everything and got a new cam for about 125 bucks, something like that. And it was worth it. You see how short it is, the difference with the battery. It's no back weight. So people saying that they have to use this with a cord because it doesn't come already with the battery, that's wrong. Just buy a battery. And this works with any kind of battery. And I run mine at about the max 7. And you can run it at 8 or 9. I think you have to read the manual. But for me, the sweet spot is kind of like 6.5. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you at 6.5 volts how it lines. And this is a 3 round liner long taper. So putting a line with this is going to be a lot harder than a shader or a 9 liner. This is one pass. And the machines by Stigma, man, they hit. These Thorn series, they hit hard. Like, they pack it in. I like that. It's the same way with like your mag. You know, with some of the weaker machines or different ones, you might feel like you're kind of struggling or going over it. Also, it's my day off. I'm not tattooing today, and I'm not sponsored by anyone. This is a really good beer. So if you don't want to hang over, it's a good beer. And I'm not sponsored by them. And this is my art station. Nowhere near where I tattoo. So don't be sending me messages of you're trying to be my dad and tell me what to do, because I really don't care. But at 6.5 volts for lining, look at that. Look how good it packs it in there. So now we're gonna go to let me show you something on this Stigma thorn. Now with this version is different. You can adjust between 2.5. I got the limited edition. I think the other models come in black and army green, all the way to 4.5, and anywhere in between 4.2 or 4.2, 3.8, 4.1, 2.7, whatever you decide, there's a mark. It's harder to see on this one because it's a gold edition. On the other one you can see it fine. So I'm gonna run this at 4.5, and it is a little bit more heavier. But if you get like one of these batteries, this is from Inkhall, and Dragonhawk has one too. It's very light. I also will show you this real fast. I heard a guy say that because it doesn't come with a wireless battery, that he feels like he has to use a clip cord with it. If you get the right battery, this is a Ambition Shorty. It's like the Critical Shorty. And the way this is designed, the RCA jack is in. So when you slap this on here, it looks like it came with it, like it's a wire. You can get the gold one from Ambition. And let me turn this on. So I think he said his sweet spot was 8. Mine is like more like, let me see, 7, 8. I'll show you real quick. This thing is a little bit more weight, and you got to get used to that weight. Any machine you get, I would say work with it for about 3 months before you say, no, I don't like it. Always dab. And I use real skins because from the UK, because it's like real skin, and they always got deals. But this thing hits so hard. You see how hard that thing hits? This thing is like upgraded. It is power. The other one has power, and so does this one. It has an 8-watt motor opposed to the other one has a 6-watt. So I'll show you real quick if you're wanting to know. Let's take it down to 4.0, or how about we just go in between, like 4.3, and see what happens with the 4.3. And I like using, for some reason, these big Wasp cartridges. They're the Curve Mag, and yeah, this thing hits nice. It does to me. I like it. It's always going to be your personal preference. Even though it's a little bigger, once you use it for a while, you're going to be able to get used to the weight. And you might not like it and like the first version. I like both because I like this company and I got a limited edition. And I would like to try the Chroma and their other ones, but you know, these machines can get expensive. So that's what I wanted to show you. Next, we're going to start with the CNC WE. I've had this for 5 machines, no issues, or 5 machines, 5 years, no issues. You can get a 3.0 cam, 3.5 and 4.0. It's easy to change. Read your directions. I put the 4.0. You just take it off with an Allen key and gap it like a millimeter. And I like this too, that I can work on my own machine. I don't have to send it into the company and pay a shipping fee. I can change my cam. And I'm gonna do, like I said, I got about 20 other machines. I'm gonna buy some more and do videos because now they're coming out with options like that. If you've seen that, when you turn this off and on, it starts at the recommended voltage for lining and shading if you're a beginner. So we're gonna try what they recommend, see what it does. Yeah, it's pretty good if you're starting off because you don't want to go real fast and hammer it. Me personally, I would bump it up maybe 1. And there's not as many passes as me going over. So the main thing you're going to want to learn, I'll do a tutorial on it, is voltage speed for things that you're doing. You're going to have to learn how to stop and adjust your machine. But if you want to know, is this machine good? Can I tattoo with it? Can I do the same tattoo with this as a Bishop shader? Yeah, it's your art skills, how much you practice. It's still a quality machine. And that's a shader, so you can see this thing has a punch to it, that cam system. That's what I like about it. I've never got rid of it. Next is the CNC S-1. Now this comes in a 3.5 cam and a 4.2. You can buy the 4.2. I bought the 4.2 so it'd be like my packer, and that's what I use, and I love it. When you turn it on, it's going to show you the recommended voltage, 8 volts. You can also set your liner or shader, which is a cool feature. So if I'm starting at 8 volts and I want to go down to 6 volts, instead of pressing these buttons till I get down to 6 volts, I can hit my shader and you'll see it goes to 6.7. So I got my liner set at 7.8. So we're going to set it at 7.7. Hold down the liner, it'll blink. Now it's set. So I got my liner, or my shader, my liner, turn it on. Off and on. My mistake. So what you would do is, if it's off, I go to my shader, hit it once and it'll pop on. So we'll go to the liner. The Quick-It grip. I'll pull it out a little bit more. And you can see it's awesome. Another feature I like about this is CNC sells batteries to their other machines. The C2 will fit this machine and the Wii. So the Wii battery will fit it also. Turn it on, or off and on. And it works just as good. And like I said, I got the 4.2 cam. Now this is the C2 battery. I'm not for sure if you can buy that. It's magnetic. But it's a great machine, so I wanted it to be close to my packer, like I said, 4.2 cam. They're pretty affordable. I think it was like $25. And yes, sometimes I want to save, like, you know, the wear and tear on my other machines. I'll use a cheaper one. Sometimes I won't, but I like that option. And I like testing different machines out to see if some of these other ones are as good. And you'll see when you buy some the quality in them. That's just something you're gonna have to figure out. But all these machines that I'm showing you today, I recommend them. If you're wanting to know, can you tattoo with them? If you're a pro or not a pro, and you're thinking about it, all of them I think are good. This is of course the Bisibit Packer. I had the shader for me personally. I just like how this one hits. It's got, to me, a little bit more punchier. This shader is a little bit more softer hit because it has a 3.5 cam and this has a 4.2 cam in it. If you are going to switch these out, well, they won't let you switch the cams out on these, but You know, with some of these other companies that will let you switch the cam, you'll have to call and ask them. You have to send them in and let them do it, because when you get to taking some of these machines apart and you don't know how they're built internally, you might not be able to get it put together. So like I said, I've used Dragon Hawk. I just got the new Pro Racer. It's awesome. I'm going to do some reviews, but I'm going to try to do like 5 machines at a time. That way you can kind of see, do they work? Period. Are they all right? Some of the features in it, and that's it. That way you don't get one opinion, because I heard, for example, the opinion on the Thorn, and no disrespect to the person, but I don't agree with it, because you have to know how many watts to run that machine on. As if it runs between 6 and 8 recommended by the manual, and you're running it at 10 or at the full voltage, let's say they say you can run it between 4 and 10, you're running at 10, it's going to vibrate more than if you're figure out how the machine runs and know that you don't need to run it past the 8. So that's just something you're going to have to do, practice. I use real skins I buy from the UK, because it's like real skin. It's not like the Amazon skin. And sometimes I use this machine and it's like I like a cheaper one. And I put this one up. I'm like, no, I like my cheaper one better than this. And then I'll use this, and then I'll be like, no, I see the quality. Then I'll use this for a while, and I'll use one of my cheaper ones again. And I'll be like, why did I spend all that money? But I keep it because I know it's still a good machine. And that's what I'm trying to show you. Like, I have cheap machines that I'll use sometimes opposed to my expensive ones, and they still perform well. It's just, you're gonna have to figure out how you like it. If you like how it feels, how it runs, the vibration, the weight. So I'll do it more in depth. I just wanted to do one on 5 machines and ask you guys to like it. That way I can start doing more on 4 or 5 machines at a time. That way you can kind of see the difference, because when I looked for the video on the Stigma Thorn, I seen there was only one video, 1 or 2, and I didn't agree with nothing that they said, because I use this still all the time and I don't have the issues with vibration or nothing, because I run it at lower voltage and it smashes the line in there. So if you're, you know, thinking you got to run this super fast for it to line, you don't, because the motor in it is a quality motor. So all the products that I showed you today, the Ambition battery, I think this one's Ink Call, Dragon Hawk has one that's similar to it, CNC, they're all good products and I would recommend them. That's it.